7-year-old Snezhana suffers chronic radiation sickness. Government health authorities recognise that she is the victim of a nuclear disaster that began over 60 years ago.
Our children get nosebleeds 3 to 4 times a month. They wake up in the night and their pillow is covered in blood.
Snezhana's grandmother sits with 2 of her 9 children. She says all of them suffer various illness because of exposure to high levels of radiation.
The children were contaminated in my womb. I used to live by the river. We are afraid. It's terrible. But where can we move?
Between 1949 and 51, the nearby Mayak nuclear plant dumped almost 230 million cubic feet of radioactive waste into the river Techa. Most of the villages close by were moved, but it wasn't until 2006 that the resettlement of Muslimova began. The village wasn't moved far. It is still in the contaminated area, just 2 kilometers from the radiation-polluted river. I'm holding a Geiger counter and walking down to the riverbank here. You can hear it clicking away. It's getting quicker and quicker. The counter's getting higher and higher. And if I hold it over this exposed piece of earth, it is now racing up towards 900. The organisation Greenpeace says the radiation level here is 50 times higher than that deemed safe for humans. Spending longer than 6 minutes at this spot could have been highly dangerous. This man, who suffers a serious thyroid illness, says he was never warned.
I'm sick because of the river. When I moved here in '92, I was healthy. Then it all started.
Another resident describes her husband's suffering.
Until he had surgery on his back, he didn't get confirmed radiation sickness. His gallbladder was removed and he's developing stomach cancer.
We drove to the Mayak nuclear plant. It's off limits to foreigners, but our driver knew how to avoid the checkpoints and we secretly filmed the journey. This is where the first Soviet atomic bomb was built. The plant now reprocesses spent nuclear fuel. In 2006, it was revealed more nuclear waste had been dumped into the river between 2001 and 2004. This government doctor refused to answer our questions, but he did try to get us statistics of those who had died or were sick. We secretly turned the camera on and recorded this phone conversation.
Особая? Что особая? Статистика?
The authorities recognise that thousands of people still live in the contaminated area. The government pays families just under $4 a month compensation, and the sick receive $30 towards medical costs. But moved to a place still contaminated, another generation now bears the pain of Russia's nuclear past. Charles Stratford, Al Jazeera, Muslimova, South West Siberia.